Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yoshi's Drunk Reviews of Theater. Tonight, we are drinking Sailor Jerry's rum and Coca-Cola. Hi, how are you? First things first. I'm not reviewing readings just straight up like at music stands readings. One because they're readings, and two because I didn't see any of them at a class that met at the same time. I'm also not reviewing known world episodes except for It's a Wonderful Life because I didn't get a chance to see any of them either. I will, however, be reviewing other shows that I didn't see because I heard stuff about them. But I will at least say that I didn't see them. I won't be all like, oh, I was there even though I wasn't there. Because that would be untruthful, like saying that a series of something had completely full houses when it didn't. So the first thing by my reckoning would be Outside Providence, which was produced by the Sarah Lawrence Theater Program. It was directed by Amy Surratt, and it was written by Andrew Clark. It starred Colin Bradley and Jane O'Hara and Daniel Glenn. It actually had me in it too, in a much more minor role for a while, until I quit the show. And I want to make absolutely clear that I was in the wrong to do so. Seeing the show 2 weeks after I quit it, I was very impressed by it. First, and certainly not least, the kid who replaced me, Eric Mead, did a fantastic job. Certainly far better than anything I could have done. And it was some of the best use I've ever seen of the scrim in open space. So the next thing I have on my calendar is Loose Knit, which was also produced by the Sarah Lawrence Theater Program. It was written by Teresa Beck and directed by Roxy Mountjoy, and I have no idea who was starring in it because I unfortunately did not get a chance to see it. However, I heard literally only fantastic things about it. I am a terrific gossip, and I could not find a single person to say a single negative thing about Loose Knit. So I have to assume it was great and that it is a travesty of my life that I didn't get to see it. That same weekend as Loose Knit was Miss Julie, produced by the Downstage Theater Company, and The Melancholy Players. Written by August Strindberg, directed by Emma Duncan, starring Corbin Wendt and Dee Dee Popper. Now, obviously, I saw this show. I was producing it. It was great. Very minimalistic set. Corbin and Dee Dee's relationship was magnificent. And when the end of the play came, you knew that was the only way it could have come. Next up on my list is 'Tis Pity She's a Whore, written by John Ford and directed by Sterling Swan, produced by the Sarah Lawrence Theater Program. Now, this version was abridged, and what I learned from this version was that abridged means makes no sense. I think this was certainly the first major installment this semester in a series I like to call The Sarah Lawrence Student Body Saves the Collective Asses of the Sarah Lawrence Theater Faculty. And I say that because, and I cannot stress this enough, I did enjoy watching the show. I had a lot of fun. The actors were fantastic. But they were a mid-season replacement to another show that was supposed to go up there but got canceled by a faculty member. They were directed by a faculty member who has never directed on this campus before, apparently. They were given fight choreography in which even the most skilled stage combatist, whatever, would still be presenting the secret goings-ons of their fight directly to the audience. But still, overall, kudos to the cast of 'Tis Pity She's a Whore, which took an audience treating their show like a comedy, like a bunch of professionals. The same weekend as 'Tis Pity She's a Whore was Downstage's first installment of the Page to the Stage reading series produced by Andy Clark. The first installment was Wanderin, written by Daniela Benavides and directed by Merrick Williams. I was one of the actors in this show, and let me tell you, if you ever get a chance to work with Merrick, or I mean for that matter Daniela, but especially Merrick, I'm talking about the director right now, oh my god, take it. He is so nice, but at the same time gets the work done and makes you look good. I have no idea how it looked like from the audience's perspective. You'd have to ask one of them. Next up, All in the Timing, produced by The Soundstage, directed by Moshe Mazels, written by David Ives. Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god. Oh, I enjoyed this so much. It was hilarious. Peter Zimmerman played a chick twice for, as far as I could tell, absolutely no reason. It was just fun, you know? It was what good, fun college theater where everyone's there for the same reason, to create good, entertaining, funny work together. Do you like how by the end of that last sentence I forgot how I had started it? Next up is Downstage's second installment in the Page to the Stage reading series, also produced by Andy Clark, which was Hero, written by Haley Backrack and directed by Audrey Scardina. If you didn't already hear, the Sarah Lawrence Theater Program picked this show up for a workshop production spring semester 2012. I played a dead body that didn't do anything. But the parts of the play that I did manage to see and or hear were fantastic. I especially enjoyed the acting and how it very seamlessly bridged the gap between the ancient Greek subject matter and the sometimes very, very, very colloquial contemporary language that the characters were using. And then there was the First Lady of Christmas Windows? I don't know what the title of this play was. I don't know what this play was. It was an original work, but neither the writer nor the director were students or even Sarah Lawrence faculty members. Not only was the play not complete when the show was cast, the play still wasn't complete, by my understanding, around 2 weeks before the show was supposed to go up. Again, though, the Sarah Lawrence student body took it like pros, to the degree, actually, that Rob Lyons and Christine Farrell thanked them for their commitment and professionalism to the process. To be perfectly honest, though, I agree with a student who will remain unnamed that said, all of the students who were cast in Christmas Windows deserved an apology because they had signed up to complete the rehearsal and performance process for a show, and they had been robbed of that opportunity, having ultimately to perform a reading at music stands for the second act of a musical. A personal address to every cast member of Christmas Windows. You handled that situation far better than I would have. And then there was Summerland by Jamie and Julian, which was absolutely a success story, produced by the Sarah Lawrence Theater Program. This was a devised piece that I unfortunately did not get to see, but heard fantastic things about. Why didn't I get to see it? Because I was getting the shit kicked out of me in The Pillowman by Martin McDonough, directed by Sophie Kurtz, produced by Midnight Cabaret, and starring this egotistical guy. It also starred Finn Kilgore, Andy Clark, and first-year non-theater third Gina Caputo, who was a BAMF. I wrote extensively about my feelings on this show in a note on Facebook that was liked by 21 people and commented on extensively, to the degree that I was led to believe that my feelings that led me to be involved in this show were not feelings unique to me. It was a great experience, and because I still haven't said it enough, thank you to all of the people who made it happen. Also happening that weekend was I Love You Because, produced by Sandcastle Productions and directed by Katie Cunningham, starring Merrick Williams and Julia Romm. I also unfortunately didn't get to see that because of Pillowman. But again, heard fantastic things about it. I heard that it was really, really good in Slonim Living Room, and that it sounded great, and people generally had a fantastic time going to it. The following week was Sevengata Vagina. It's Furenada. Oh my god, it is not that difficult to pronounce, people. Come on. Furenada. Unless I'm pronouncing it incorrectly right now, in which case this would be very embarrassing for me. Produced by the Sarah Lawrence Theater Program, Furenada, written by Aaron Bresnitsky, directed by Tammy Winters, starring Corbin Wendt and Emma Duncan. This might have been my favorite set that I have ever seen at Sarah Lawrence. It was incredible with this huge screen and all this framework and a great pronged stage and stuff. The costumes were fantastic. The cast unity was great. All of the stage pictures were absolutely meticulous. This was good. This was very good. There was Woyzeck, directed by Jesse Heffler, translated by Amlin Gray, produced by the Downstage Theater Company, starring that guy who replaced me in Outside Providence, Eric Mead, who is incredible and amazing and really super great. This show did the impossible, and if you missed it, you missed something that was incredible to see. I mean, it was a very Brechtian show, very like in your face, blah blah, pain and discomfort, and toning our toes, theater of cruelty, blah 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 blah. But it was a show in what I coined as the reverse round, but I'm sure someone before me said that. The audience was in the middle of the room, and the action happened around the audience in a black box theater. I wouldn't have thought that possible to light, let alone to do. And yet, it was done. Inarguably done. And brilliantly so. And finally, It's a Wonderful Life radio play, co-produced by the Downstage Theater Company and the Known World Radio crew, directed by Stephen Ira and starring Andy Clark as George Bailey. I had so much fun doing this. I blew a whole bunch of money on like eggnog and Christmas decorations and stuff, and it was just a party. We had live music. It was really, really pleasurable. I hope everyone who came had a fantastic time. It seemed like they did. People stayed for hours afterwards. It seemed to accomplish its goal, which was for everyone to have a good time together before leaving for winter break. Well, that was my ridiculously long review of all the theater that happened at Sarah Lawrence in the fall of 2011. If you would like to see me do shorter, more detailed reviews of theater projects one at a time as they come up in the upcoming semester, let me know, and maybe I'll do that. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic winter break.